Welcome to prep, where everything's kind of sore all the fucking time. The start to prep was really perfect. The food came down, the cardio came up, and the fat loss was just rolling super easily. And I was definitely ahead of schedule. And then, as normal in a prep, things never go smoothly the whole time, and I got sick. And there was probably a week of being like really sick, and then a week of being kind of like 60% healthy, and the body was just not responding well when I was sick. Training intensity was not there. Had to take extra rest days because I wasn't able to keep any food down. I was vomiting multiple times per day, going to the toilet way too many times per day, and I feel like that put the brakes on prep for a couple of weeks, which was super frustrating. You put your all into everything, try to make every detail perfect every day in prep, and then there's just some things that are taken out of your control. But the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we're back on, and I would say that the body is responding well again. Things are starting to definitely get more challenging now. Think about the food a little bit more, notice the energy levels drop, start getting a bit more impatient and less tolerant of the people around me. But these are all normal symptoms that you face during prep, so they're certainly not things that are worthwhile complaining about, because if you choose to go down the prep road, you will face these challenges and these inconveniences and these side effects. They are part of the game. So I face them head on and tackle them to my best ability. In terms of the physique and how I feel about the physique itself, I'm a lot heavier than I expected I would be this far into prep. So I'm sort of 10 weeks out now, and this morning I was 107 kilos. And I really did expect that I'd be down sort of in the low hundreds, around the 100 kilo mark at this point. But the condition is still improving, so I know that the fat is coming down, and the fact that weight is holding indicates to me that some muscle is being gained during this phase, which is nice. That's not going to happen forever, and the weight's not going to stay up forever. It's going to have to come down. I mean, I have a men's physique pro weight limit to get to soon enough, so the weight will come down eventually. But I would say at this interim period, condition is improving at a steady rate, and some muscle is being gained also, and I put that down to my training. A lot of people, they change their training a lot off season versus prep. And the prep starts, and then they don't feel super full, and they don't have all the carbs, and they don't have the crazy pumps. They naturally tell themselves that they won't be able to perform the same compared to off season, and it's just not true. If you tell yourself that your performance is not going to be great in prep, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you go into your workouts thinking, oh, I'm going to be a little bit underfueled, I won't be able to perform the same, and then naturally you won't. Like you'll start shaving off reps here and there, and that's a dangerous thing to happen, because that's the pathway to muscle loss. When you're no longer able to match your numbers, your volumes, and your intensities compared to the off season. So I really do approach my training in the same way as I did the off season, where every set is go to war with the set from last week. Right? And I'm not going to use the excuses of less carbs to be a reason why I can't perform my best. I really think the mindset of your workouts and your training performance in prep is one of the most powerful assets you can have when it comes to retaining muscle and building muscle in the prep. So I approach training exactly the same, and it's do or die and do what it takes to beat the performance from the previous week, and don't give myself any reason for why training shouldn't be able to continue to progress. And it is. I had a crazy leg day with John yesterday, and PRs are still happening. You know, dropped a bunch of weight, and carbohydrates are half of where they were in the off season, but I'm still beating my numbers. So I will continue to fight like crazy to get progressions throughout this prep, and that's the most powerful weapon in your arsenal when it comes to maintaining muscle and fullness as the fat comes off.
Just watch this game.
Good. It's a bit hard after legs.
Or how to put your leg?
Legs with the deal.
You got still pressure, so there's no big suffering.
My heart rate is say like 10 beats per higher average than normal. On same settings. Day after legs.
Yeah.
So good. Mobility abs?
That's where yeah. Yeah.
Start the hardest and work our way down.
Just like
It's like when you're having a meal, you save the best bit for last.
yeah.
I think the German accent has to be the least like inspirational accent in history. Come on, two. Everyone else in Australia is like, come on, let's do it. And then Germans, come on, two. That's why you guys are all fucking tough. No bullshit. No hand holding.
I feel like I'm in a good spot for 10 weeks out. You know, my training is still solid. It's more difficult, but I'm matching my numbers and I'm achieving progressions. And I'm very pleased with the amount of muscle that I'm carrying 10 weeks out, and adding there's plenty of tools that I can still play, in terms of, that there's still a lot of food that can be manipulated. Cardio's 30-40 minutes a day, depending if it's a training day or a rest day, and there's the supplement side that hasn't been fully engaged yet. So there's plenty of tools still in the belt that can be utilized, and I think I'm in decent shape. And I am certain that my condition will be as lean as anyone on that stage in 10 weeks time, because conditioning is one thing that is completely in our control, and it's completely up to how deep and how hard we want to dig for that condition. So, things like muscle size and shape, there's genetic factors involved with that, but in terms of getting the body fat down, that's really up to us and how hard we want to work and grind. So knowing that variable is completely within my control, I will make sure that I am completely inside out conditioned and the leanest guy on that stage. John is a phenom, really. I met her as an amateur, and a talented amateur that really young, and watched her dominate the amateur scene very quickly, winning her pro card at arguably one of the biggest and best amateur shows in the world, and then went right into her pro debut in first pro season, and was placing well at those shows, and would be the youngest on that stage as well. So I have a massive amount of respect for Jan and what she's achieved, but truthfully what I respect the most is her approach to training and the sharpness of her mindset that she's developed at such a young age. That's why it was me who reached out to her to connect for this prep camp. That's why I did it, because there's not many people that I come into contact with that can push me harder than I can push myself. Very, very rare for that to happen. But Jan, she's a beast. She's a beast, and she takes no bullshit. She takes no excuses, and she pushes you much further than you want to go. And you'll see with some of our training footages, she pushes you to your limits and then beyond that. And I believe that I can also give her some value too, in terms of pushing her and helping her to get the most out of her physique in this prep. And that's why I think we're such a good duo. We've been doing the cardio together, our mobility, our abs, our training. We talk about the prep challenges, and we talk about our focus and our goals for this prep. And I feel like, there's mutual benefit to it, and in many ways we're sort of like a little team, and the beauty of a team is you push each other, but then you try to push past each other, and the team members, or the team, is stronger than the sum of the parts of the individuals. So I'm completely certain that me and John will progress better as a team than we could just doing it individually by ourselves. So I'm very excited to train with her for at least the remainder of February, as we sort of get close to that, what will be sort of 6-7 weeks out mark, where things will really get tough, and that's when the accountability to someone else and someone to push you through those hard sets, some words of encouragement, those things are going to be absolutely golden at that phase where things are getting really tough. So I look forward to what we can achieve together, and I look forward to following Jan's journey as she preps for kind of one of the biggest pro shows in the world, being New York Pro, where she's it shows what kind of person she is. You know, that her second season as a pro, she's like, what? We go straight for the New York Pro. You know, a lot of people would say she was crazy at being so young and going for a show like that. You know, but I back her in 1,000%. I watch how she trains. I watch how she diet. I pay attention to how she pushes me in the gym. You know, all of those assets are going to be extremely valuable to her progress. And I mean, I won't be surprised if she places very well at that show. And that's certainly our aim. We are both very ambitious people, and she set herself very high targets to place high at the New York Pro, and I've set myself targets to secure the pro card and be chasing pro shows with her very soon. So a lot of people might say we've got crazy goals and that we're delusional, but I feel like as a team, being locked in prep together, or camp as we call it, pushing each other through every step of the journey all the way to the deep dark depths of prep a few weeks out, you know, it's going to be extremely valuable. And that dynamic is going to be hard to match from our competitors. You know, I think that's one of the big advantages we have, and I think it's going to make a big difference for us come competition time.
When I compare with Monday, for example, the shape is already better, water is better.
The belly and lower back is what I can notice.
Yeah.
And the back pose with the head position so much better.
Yeah. Normally I think when you look back, you flex automatically the neck more, but it's the opposite. It looks much better. And I
natural, comfortable.
Yeah, and then just try not to focus on squeezing the back. Just stay more chilled in the upper body, and just push my elbows forward. I think that's also better, because when I try to squeeze, I make me a little bit smaller.
Now, I think that's a mistake a lot of people make with posing, because think they need to squeeze the shit out of everything. Some muscles actually look smaller when you squeeze them. Hamstring in the side chest, if you flex it, it shortens the muscle and it actually looks really small. Whereas if you can kind of relax it and just push it against the other leg, then you get the nice hang under the hamstring. And I think also for me, with men's physique posing in the back shot, if you try to squeeze the shit out of it and maybe the scapula and the shoulder blades come back, it looks smaller, even though it feels like you're flexing more muscle. It looks like less muscular physique. Yeah.
My name is Jan. I'm 23 years old now, and I started competing when I was 16 years. I just started my first prep in my little room in Germany. I'm from Germany. Yeah, I just wrote me a plan with my calories and my macros and started the prep all by myself. And yeah, stepped on stage when I was 16. I started competing in the bikini category. Then after 2 seasons, I switched to wellness because I grew out of bikini, everything in the IFBB elite. Yeah, then I met my coach Stefan in Portugal, and he was like, oh, you would be a very good figure athlete. I was like, okay, no, never. But he was very sure that I can be a good figure athlete and pushed me into that direction. So I switched to the NP scene. I switched my coach to Stefan, because before I was with another coach, and I switched category. So I went to the figure category and did my first regional in Germany, and then I did my first pro qualifier and won the overall and won the pro cup. I'm preparing for my second bigger season in the NPC Pro League, and I want to compete at the New York Pro. It's in 14 weeks, and then after I will fly to Toronto, do the Toronto Pro, and then back to Europe, and I want to do Spain and Portugal as well. First 2 days were very, very good. I think the first 2 weeks are the most challenging weeks, because it's like getting into new routines and you want to do it 100% perfect, so it's a little bit more stressful for your mind to get into it, but your body can perform good. But yeah, this time not, because after 2 days of prep I went sick, and yeah, I laying just 1 week totally just in bed, and after that it's getting better and better, but not 100% now. I started to train intense on like 3 days ago. Yeah, today's day 4. Yeah, I think it's getting better very, very soon. I think it's 95% now. Was not a perfect start, but yeah, I'm happy to be here now and train, and yeah. I trained with him when I came to Bali, just like 2 months ago now, and I was really surprised because when you're in your own zone, I think you should be sure that you train intense enough. And after training with him, I was like, okay, there are another borders we reached, and it was another intensity. So after that training, I thought like, okay, training with him for like half a year would be so fucking crazy, and my body will 100% sure change a lot. And then I was very happy that he asked me if we want to do that little prep camp and that we can train now, because the intensity is just on another level and the focus is on another level, and yeah, it's just 100% effort, and that's what you have to give when you're on prep. I think in general, to be successful in bodybuilding, the most important thing is to be consistent. I did a lot of stupid stuff before because I just didn't know it better. But one thing I always did right was just continue. And that's awesome prep. Just continue what you do. Just focus on your plans. Try to be 100% strict. Do what your coach says. I hope you have a good coach that you can trust 100%. We have it. And I just do the stuff, go into training like you want to beat yourself every time. It's not like, oh, I'm in prep now and I have less energy. Yeah, maybe you have less energy, but you have the power. Just push through that. I wanted to say 1.5 hours maybe, but that's the normal training time. But here it's more like 3 hours. Push that 3 hours, you can do it. Try to increase the weight every training. Try to make new records, because that's the best muscle protection you can have. Just try to increase, and be focused. Choose a good environment. I think now I have the best environment I can have. I hope you have a good surrounding, people who push you. But even in the moments when you are just alone by yourself, focus on your goal, focus on how you want to stand there just before you step on stage, and how do you want to feel? You want to feel like, okay, I'm 100% proud of me. I want to feel like, okay, I was not able to push more. I give my 110%, nothing more was possible, and that you can stand there and be just 100% happy with the last weeks and months. I'm 100% sure that he will win the pro card. I see the effort he puts in, and it's just a question of time till he win the pro card. And now we're working every day, hours and hours, to stand there in Spain together on that stage.
And he used every tool he had on the table, because the left side of my face is still numb. And then honestly, I like it better than stuff like a deadlift. Doing it like this, the movement is much harder. I grab dumbbells and I just go 3 sets.
Push day in camp with John, day 4. We're gonna start with, me and John have been planning the workout yesterday. We're going to start with incline chest press, work up to a top set and a back off set. Then we do a flat chest press, top, a back off set, and then a third set with a rest pause. Then we do a cable flyer with an intensifier, like a drop set. And then dips. I think I'm gonna focus more on making like a chest focused dip, because I need to bring up my chest more. I think you probably make your dips a bit more tricep focused.
Yeah, more tricep and shoulder.
Yeah. So we'll do them a little bit differently, but we just do 3 sets to failure there. And then we can do triceps next because triceps is the focus point for me. My shoulders are already pretty good. So the way that I like to structure the workout is priority muscle groups first, and then less priority muscle groups can go later in the workout when you're a little bit tired and more fatigued. So we're going to hit a overhead tricep extension.
Yeah.
And then so work in a lengthened position. They have a push down, top and back offset for both. And then I'll add a close grip Smith press for triceps. I like doing the pressing stuff once the triceps have been pre-fatigued, because if you go into the compound at the start of your like triceps workout, for example, like if your first exercise for triceps was a Smith close grip press, it can be very easy to rely on like the stronger muscle groups, like the shoulders and the chest, which is not what you want. So by getting the triceps really fatigued, it's a little bit easier to direct attention into them where you want them. And then we'll do shoulders. We'll do a shoulder press, compound, top and back off. And then a superset there. Or is this what is the Stefan superset?
It's like you do an upright row,
Yeah.
switch, and then normal shoulder press.
1 rep for 1 rep, or like max and then max?
Just how many reps you can.
Do you hit failure on the? Okay. So it's a clean and press. Okay.
This exercise that we have to do.
Get brownie points with the coach. And those side laterals on the machine with a drop set, and then we'll do a single side raise on the cable as well. We'll probably use the cuff there. It's a little bit nicer. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So it'll be a solid day today, but I think like push day is the day that's most important for me. You know, it's the areas that I need to bring up most. I think looking at my like physique updates lately, and even Stefan has said so, I'm quite strong from the back in the rear shot, but the front shot is where I need to improve. So chest, shoulders, triceps is of paramount importance for us today. So we go hard.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that might be too much. But that's okay.
Don't have more than me. I don't want you to have extra power.
What do you have there? It's like also for pump or
Less caffeine in this one.
less?
Yeah, citrulline, beta-alanine.
Huh. So big today.
What was your focus and motivation for this workout?
I want to play with weight, to focus on my goal, to think about, okay, you want to be an Olympian, how they train, and can you compare it with your training? And I don't think that when they're at the point where they're saying, oh fuck, now it's getting hard, that they stop. So every time when I think about, oh, now it's getting tough, I want to continue and just think about, okay, you want to be an Olympian, so you have to train like an Olympian. Not be an Olympian and then start to train how they. When you want to get at this point, you have to train now like an Olympian.
I think for me, my focus is make sure that I can leave today's workout feeling like I've done more than all the other competitors. Like people maybe would look at our program like, fuck, 11 exercises, that's too much. I'm like, fuck that. I want to do more. I want to push harder, go for longer, stay for longer when most people would be going home, because I know that I don't have the best genetics in the world, and I know that I'm quite late to the bodybuilding game. So in my mind, the way that I catch up is by doing more and being here when everyone else wants to go home and getting that extra rep where most people don't want it. And when the sets get hard in today's session, I'm just going to be imagining like how I want to look in that front shot. You know, so when we're lined up and you know they're doing the comparisons, like I have a visualization of like how I want my chest to look, how I want my triceps and shoulders to look, and like imagine that center stage with that's going to be the drive for today. Just like when John says, do an extra rep, we do it. When she says do an extra scoop, we do it. Did you do double rest days in last prep?
Yeah. Not every time, but yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down for the double rest?
Not really sure, because once it's good because you're totally recovered, but I think I should switch then the leg days because they are like 6 days no leg day. But yeah, you are like, okay, fuck, now I have 2 rest days, so best problem to destroy you totally that you can't walk for 1 day, you have another to rest. So yeah, for motivation it's good sometimes. But yeah, you're sitting there on the second rest day like, okay,
Yeah.
I could train now.
Yeah. I think maybe if we're feeling okay, just do one. If we feel hammered tomorrow.
Yeah, that's how I did it last time. It's like how I feel, and it's okay when I take 2, but when it's just 1, it's also okay.
My legs are like pretty rough DOMs now, but like overall the energy and well-being is okay. I feel like that when that starts going down, that's when you sort of want to take the extra rest. When you kind of just like getting out of bed, it's like, oh, I don't want to live today.
So, ready?
Let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Come on! Push!
Come on, John! There's asking a lot of you, I know. We tried. It's called a double failure, where the lifter fails and the spotter fails. One more, let's fight. Right.
Come on, push! Push! Up! By yourself, come on! Up! Jax, come on, push! 4. 4. Come on! Up! Come on!
Big fucking set.
Come on!
John's tone is like you're getting told off by your mother. Come on! That's how my mum looked me up when I was like, not cleaning my room or something.
I think squatting by press, the press is not good. It feels like pushing down.
Feels very awkward.
Yeah. So we have 2 sets here.
Yeah.
What do you think about doing the flying? and presses it like a drop.
I was gonna say, instead of doing forced reps, just make it a drop set. Do a couple of drop sets. Because the first few reps are good. It's just when you're getting to the failure point, it just feels shit because the spot is not really sending the tension where we want it.
Okay, let's do one big drop set.
Yeah.
Like two drops.
I probably like, let's do 2 more sets. 2 more sets.
Okay, like one normal set and one drop.
2 drop.
Okay.
2 drop.
Come on, 3. Come on. 4. One last. Come on. Five more, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
If you want to get angry, do your training. Just train with John. And the most frustrating thing is when you're giving you absolutely everything and she's like, come on, come on, come on, like just acting like you're giving fucking nothing. Oh, it's infuriating, but it makes you so mad. And anger turns to intensity really quickly. So I fucking hate it in the moment, but it makes training better. But yeah, it's fucking frustrating in the moment because you just feel like you're emptying the tank. And she just, come on, come on.
You want to train with my mother? She's worse than this.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it. You can't have it. There's no way you have a cruisy or relaxed workout because apparently John, she just infuriates you. It's perfect.
Push it down, come on. Come on. Three. Last one. Up.
We got here at 12. That's the time now. And now we just start shoulders. Let's get it. All the way. Fucking exhausting. You know, it's a long workout when you're running out of lines and you have to go on to the next page.
Last one. Come on. All the way, all the way.
I don't know if anyone was listening to John's 10-second count.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. 1.
But seems like a pretty quick 10 seconds to me. We call that 10 Johns instead of 10 seconds. Is that a wrap?
Thank you.
It's a good one. Go hard, yeah?
Yeah, must work hard.
Push hard. This is the improvement season. Every fucking session counts. You imagine the pro qualifier, you know, we only have, you know, till July for the improvements and the growth, right? So
Yes, really good time. It's
it's good time if every workout is perfect, you know, so
I'm pretty happy. Every week, like
you are improving.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, it has to be over the months, you know, everyone can have one good week, but who can do 6 good months, you know, we do that, right? And that's when we get the pro card, right? Go. Give us a summary of the workout. How do you think it went?
Good. Yeah. It was a little bit different for me because I have way more shoulder in my normal workouts. But yeah, good because the chest and the triceps need to grow also because it was in the last years I not much work for my chest and triceps. So yeah. And you?
That was a tough session. What's that? 4:30 now. I think we first set was like 12:15, 12:20. So like when we're having the pep talk before the session, I was like, I want to walk out feeling like I've done more than the competitors. the enemies, as you call them. And I feel like we did that. I don't know how many people are throwing down like that for almost 4.5 hours. And people might say, oh, that's too much or it's not necessary, but you know, like, I don't really care about that. I want to walk up on that stage knowing that I gave everything that I could have, you know, regardless of whether like it's scientific or what someone might say is enough or too much. You know, I just want to know that at the end of the day, I worked harder than the person who was going next to me. You know? And I think like we had some competitors in there today that I'll be going against, and I think they would get intimidated by that. Maybe not, but I certainly know that we're doing more than them. Yeah. And I think, like you've seen with our session, more so for me, but like a lot of different emotions coming out. You know, like we have fun, but there's also like frustration and shouting and grunting and screaming from you. You know, and for someone who doesn't have really big ambitious goals, they probably look at that and think, oh my god, like these guys are crazy, or something's wrong with them, or maybe they're upset, or it's not like that. You know, I think that's just passion coming out. And I think anyone that's really chased after a goal with everything that they have within them and is seeking sort of success at the highest level, they will understand. You know, that's not us being upset or really being angry or taking anything personal. It's just wanting something so bad, and that passion bubbling over when you are pushing to the limits. So I think if we did our workouts real composed and we had a nice little cheeky smile on our face the whole time, you know, I don't think that's getting the best out of ourselves. I think we've got to go to a deeper, darker place. And so I don't really mind if we get judged for the noises or the screaming or the slamming of the weights. It's fine, you know, because I know that we're going deeper within ourselves for a bigger goal. So it's fine by me.
Yeah.
It's a good deposit in the vault today. A hard session, but the hard ones are the ones you appreciate the most, I think.
Yeah, other thing that you can drive home is the cheating. And it's so funny that you say, okay, yeah, the others, did you recognize one look from a different person? Because I never recognize that. It's always like, okay, it's just me and you there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I scream, but I never see if somebody looking like, what the fuck?
You don't care.
No, I never saw that because I just really don't care. And yeah, I like that. Session was good. So food now. I have here
Tell them what you have.
undefeated rice cream, coconut flavor, no joke.
Commission coming your way.
And designer whey from my sponsor ESN in white cookies and cream and some raspberries.
Delicious. And for me, just cream of rice and whey and some cinnamon on top. But after a hard session, you know, it tastes so good. So that will be a wrap for today's video. So thank you guys for following along the journey. I know I've been putting out content for a while, but I haven't really gone down this athlete path before, and I'm very thankful for anyone that is watching or taking time to drop a comment or a like or support the journey in some way, because it really does help. It really does help knowing that there's some supporters behind myself and Jan, you know, as we chase after these really big goals, you know. And I'm going to do my best to try and document this process week by week as Jan works her way to the New York Pro, first call out the New York Pro, I should say, and as I chase down the pro card with everything that I can, so that I can be joining Jan in the pro circuit soon enough, because that's my dream. That's what I think about when I go to bed at night. So thank you again, guys, for supporting and watching this far, and I hope I can do all you guys proud.